Good evening, friends, and welcome to day 99 of a Poem a Day for 2026. It's Thursday. It's about 5:30. I've finished work a few minutes ago, and I'm jumping on to record today's poem before I hang some washing and finish getting ready for training tonight, roller derby training. Very fluffy jumper. Yeah, I have a stopwatch and a whistle, and I'm not afraid to use it. How's your day been? Good. Good. The temperature has dropped significantly today, considering I didn't want to come inside the house yesterday afternoon. I'm back in a big hoodie today, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Considering I have said before that I am very much more a cold weather person than a hot weather person, I have feelings right now. C'est la vie. But let's see what we have today. See if I can warm my hands over a relatively toasty book, to be fair. Let's see what we have. If I can not skip ahead a page. Okay, so today we have The Ballad of Semmerwater by William Watson, and our blurb reads as follows. Semmerwater, more usually spelt Semmerwater, so the actual spelling we have is Semmer water, more usually spelt Semer water, is one of the largest lakes in Yorkshire and home to many great poets over the centuries. Sir William Watson was one such poet, and he uses Semmerwater as the basis for a story about poverty, charity, and selfishness. The moral of the story is that even the proudest of empires will fall if it earns the curse of its poor and vulnerable. So this is The Ballad of Semmerwater by William Watson. Deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep it lies, the still lake of Semmerwater under the still skies. And many a fathom, many a fathom, many a fathom below, in a king's tower and a queen's bower, the fishes come and go. Once there stood by Semmerwater a mickle town and tall, king's tower and queen's bower, and the wakeman on the wall. Came a beggar halt and sore, a faint for lack of bread. King's tower and queen's bower cast him forth unfed. He knocked at the door of the herdsman's cot in the dale. They gave him of their oat cake, they gave him of their ale. He cursed aloud the city proud, he cursed it in its pride. He cursed it into Semmerwater, down the Brant hillside. He cursed it into Semmerwater, there to bide. King's tower and queen's bower, and a mickle town and tall, by glimmer of scale and gleam of fin, folk have seen them all. King's tower and queen's bower, and weed and reed in the gloom, and a city lost to Semmerwater, deep asleep till doom. Obviously it doesn't tell us when that was written, but I do find it very interesting that so many of the historical pieces that we read, or that we have read over the last 99 days, touch on subjects that are still often upsettingly so, relevant today. We need to. I mean, a lot of people do. But we need to look after those most vulnerable in our society. There are so many homeless and unhoused people up and down the country. And even those with roofs over their heads, I mean, we're all well aware of the... I can't think of the word that I want to use here. Extreme use of food banks and various people on different types of benefits, be they either disability benefits or just income support, and that can be for people both working and not. A very large percentage of people in receipt of benefits in this country are working, and not just kind of the minimum amount, which I think is 16 hours a week, I believe, to be able to be in receipt of income support benefits, which is still a lot for a lot of people, like a lot to work, especially if you have any number of different disabilities or health conditions, or other things. But a lot of people are working full time and still in need of income support benefits, and it's not as simple as, well, just get a better paid job. Where? And if they get a better paid job, who's going to do the job they're doing? Because somebody else is still going to need that help. It's a flawed system, which I'm fairly certain we're all aware. But yeah. But I'm also very aware that you can't pour from an empty cup. Of course, if we're all in this situation, there's only so much we can do to help others. What's the phrase? Fix your own oxygen mask before helping someone else. So make sure you're doing well, or as well as can be, before you start kind of dishing out to others. But sometimes it's just as much, it's as little as having a chat with people. I don't carry, as an example, I don't carry cash on me. I can't remember the last time I had cash, and it's rare that I've got money spare. But the amount of times I've been approached by folks on the street, either asking for money or if I can get them something to eat, and I don't have those funds, and I apologise, but I stop for a chat, and it's incredibly upsetting the amount of times I've been told that they appreciate the interaction because they so frequently just get dismissed and treated like dirt. We're all people. We're all human. Doesn't matter where we spend the amount of our time. Just because just because my home I have to put a key in the door and to get into it. Doesn't matter that their home at the moment is in the doorway of a shop. Like, no. I'm sorry, I feel like I've been very soapboxy this week. A lot of opinions. I haven't seen anyone since last Thursday, so that's probably part of it. But I get to see my friends at training this evening. And hopefully not just hit them with a wall of words and hyperactivity and stimming, and not that they'd mind. I know they wouldn't mind, but yeah. And I've got D&D this weekend. Well, character building. So, yeah, after having a week alone, essentially, I'm out this evening for training. I'll be in the office tomorrow, and then I'm off out on Saturday for D&D. So I'll be recording early on Saturday. But on that note, I will bid you all adieu, and hopefully I haven't bored you or drained you or offended anyone with my rambly rant about the state of the world. It was a great piece. William Watson, great piece. And like I say, really food for thought for present day, about looking after the vulnerable ones in our society today. Until tomorrow, my wonderful friends, I wish you a very good night.